Welcome to James's Model Railway, and we're at Tyne Valley Railway. So, a little update on what's been going on. Work. I've been working really damn hard. I've been doing some overtime and been doing a fair bit of work. So that's why there's been no videos going out, because I've got an expensive hobby to pay for. So far what I've got done is I believe I've got most of the line electrified. I'm hoping. I've just got to have a quick check, because I might not. That bit's not. Cool. That bit won't be because there's no power on the track. Now I've got power on. The locomotives haven't fired up. That's good. Just a quick check. That one's got power. This one I don't think does. No. That one should, but for some reason doesn't. Okay. So that siding doesn't, but this one does. And this one should. So my two main running lines have power. Yes, that's where I got to. And then the three platform station sides, and I just spat a whole bunch. The three platform station sides don't. I have finally got a locomotive to run around the whole, well, I can't say layout because it's not a complete layout yet, but round the oval. At a certain point in the layout I've switched over to code 100 with the, I think it's a Pico part that switches you from code 75 to code 100, and it's really good. I'm going to use code 100 on the parts that aren't complete yet. So when I'm doing layout, I'm just going to slowly work around and remove the code 100 and place code 75. Which for me works really well because I've got loads of code 100 track left and my door's about to slam shut. I'm watching it in the corner of my eyes, but I've got loads of code 100 which I can be used, and I can then run a locomotive around the track. So this is the my controller that's not quite wireless, but it's good enough. So if we'll just call up my diesel locomotive, which is my class 47, so we'll go loco 4701, should remember that by now because it's my only locomotive. And it apparently will start moving forward even though it's on brake. So we can now, fingers crossed, my points are alright and it should be able to run around. It might find a few dead spots because the track does need cleaning. Cleaning by quite a bit, but as you can see I can run a locomotive round. It's actually going a lot quicker than what it was the other day. That's better, and it will go under my camera at the moment because where my camera is, the track goes directly under. So I've got my class 47. If I just go to the other side, you'll see it come into shot hopefully by the red bit, and there goes my class 47. So, I have a class 47 that can run around the track. I have all my locomotives can run around the track. I have one line that does it now. So, I can now do reviews. I don't know if it's going to be reviews or so much have a look at my locomotives that I own so far. But yeah, I can now talk about my locomotives that I have because I've got some line that goes right the way around, which is good. Hopefully today, Monday, I won't get the three station sections complete, or when I say complete, powered, and hopefully all the rest of the track powered because, well, I think there's some dead points in this where I need to fix and sort out. But other than that, I feel rather good. I'm just going to I'll wait for him to come back round again because, you know, this is a sounded loco. I do have sound on it, but I'd prefer to keep it off at the moment whilst I'm talking because I think it'd drown me out otherwise. I haven't quite learned how to change the CQs or the QCs, I don't know. We'll put the brake on it. May overshoot a bit, a lot. It's going to overshoot by miles. Okay, carry on going. Oh, well, no, leave it. It might just stop at the point. No, it would stop on the part where the Pico point is. We'll slow it down, we'll get it to go around again. So my idea for today is to do my wiring. If I can quickly move the camera to show you where wiring is and how untidy it looks, because I tried to tidy it up with those with these Scotch locks. I tried to tidy it up with. They're really good. They are great. They're so much better than cutting the line or cutting the wire in half and then having to splice it all back together and solder it. So the last lot of wiring that I did by soldering, splicing and all that, I just got rid of it. I ripped it all out and then rewired. So I have a new bus wire going around, well, newish. I cut where all the old wiring was and got rid of that and just added some new wire to it. Let's just stop the locomotive. I have put on weight over Christmas and Easter, for sure, because you know, everyone likes chocolate, I think. There we go. 47's back in its place. So I said I was going to come back to the wiring. As you can see, if I just quickly zoom in, you can see the those Scotch locks. Obviously, this is my bus wire, and then I've got, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can just about see them, I think that's the ones we're looking at. These, I think I'm playing with the right ones. These are the dropper wires for the track power, and I'm just going to move the camera real quick so you can see how I've got my motors wired in. So whilst I move the camera, I'll cut that out and then we'll come back to, yeah. As you can see, I'm just free holding my camera because I can't lay out on the floor because I've got a hi-fi system in the way at the minute. So as you can see, there's green wires, red and black, and then they all go to the bus wire apart from the green ones that go to the frog juicers or the the electro frog part. So that's how my wiring looks. I tried to tidy up as tidy as I can get it without it looking too scruffy. I might be able to tidy up the green wires a little, especially these ones just here where they're really looped down. But yeah, that's pretty much my wiring. The bus wire goes around probably just about half. Actually, the bus wire goes around half of the layout so far. But yeah, that's my wiring so far. Yeah, so we'll go to the next part of the video. So the part of this this layout here, the part of the layout here is now, the way I'm planning on doing it is we're going to have a raised section. We've already got the incline in going up, which is going to lead to our branch line town village type of look. So this bit here is going to be raised. Well, this section here is not, but I think we're raising 4 inches. I can't have any points or anything, or well I can, but it's got to be careful of how the layout will come around here. But this section's going to be raised. I think I'm going to lift some of this baseboard here, because I can then salvage some of this wood and probably use it for the raised section. And then where the trains are going around, I'll probably go and use some, not MDF, but OBS board, because then it's stronger and I don't have to worry about it warping under the tunnel and then having to maintain that. Unlike Everard Junction, I know I'm going to end up having to replace a lot of this boarding because it's not actually secured underneath properly. It hasn't got enough bracing, and I'm going to get the same problem as Everard Junction's had in the near future. And I say near future, in several years' time, I'm going to get boards where they're going to start warping, because obviously the weight of everything will make it sag. So eventually I am going to have a problem, as he is. I was going to rectify it all and change it all and use a different board, but after I've done all that, it's then going to be the same videos all over again where I've rebuilt the same layout. So I'm just going to build this layout, get it done, get it good looking, you know, get it so it's looking nice and got all the scenery on, and then probably after that I'll have to take it up and rebuild and make another layout. Now, a lot of people like having these layouts. There's two different kind of modelers, I think. There's the ones that they build their layout, they have a little layout, they don't do the scenery, they run a train round a few times for a couple of weeks, couple of months, however long they like to keep it, and then it's up, they take it up and rebuild another layout. Now, my stepdad, that's exactly how it works. He can't do scenery, he doesn't like it. He just likes watching his trains go round and then gets bored of that layout and he wants to pull it all up and then rebuild it again. Well, I'm not the same. I want to get some scenery done. I want to make it look good. I want to keep it, actually. I really do want to keep it, but I now I've seen Everard Junction have to lift his up after, I think his was 8 years or 9 years. It's a shame, but it means he's going to bring us more content because, well, he's got to build a new layout. So I'm all really like excited to see what he's going to do, actually. But I'm just going to persevere. I'm going to brace as much as I can to make sure it doesn't warp or sag as much as I do, or as much as it will. Obviously, where I've got all my points on the other side behind us, that's going to warp quite heavily because there's very little support on that bit of board. Because of all the points, I can't really shove support in there. So that's going to be the worst point for any warping, which will happen eventually. Just let's hope it's not too soon. But back to the thing, I've waffled on a bit too much there. This is going to be a raised section by about 4 inches. I may remove these boards and put OBS board down to just where the track's going to run underneath in the tunnel. And then obviously from, I don't know how much you can see, let me just have a look on my display to see how much you can actually see. Oh, you can see where the drill is. From this section will be a tunnel portal, and it will go tunnel, 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 tunnel to about a tunnel portal here. So from that kind of angle, you're going to have all this that's scenery, and it's going to be a branch line station up on a hill type look, which will be nice. It'll be give me a bit of difficult. I say difficult. It probably won't be that difficult to do, actually. But yeah, so that'll be this section here. Obviously, I've mentioned on the other wall it's going to be 1940s or post-war or pre-war. It's going to be pre-war, or that kind of area where everything's starting to go industrial rev and you got nice locomotives, you know, LNER sort of era. So that'll be that side, and then let me pause the camera and move it. So we've now moved the camera again, and this is going to be present day layout. Now this is where I'm going to have a lot of fun, because obviously this section has to lift up, has to move. I'm going to have an awful lot of fun with this bit. I haven't thought how I'm going to do things. I will move this bit of paper from flapping about. But yeah, and as you might notice if it's in shot, the fridge freezer's gone. That's now gone in the summer house. So I have an open room finally. I'm no longer blocked in by anything. But this is all going to be present day from this side. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet. I probably want to have a present day station, run through station, not like you got the terminus run through station, but I think a running station, something that has a run through both ways, and maybe a quick pass line in, you know, like a 3-9 station where you have the centre line as a fast through, like an express train go through type. I don't know. I'm waffling on again. I haven't really thought about it as much. I haven't given it the greatest of ideas. I'm just trying to think of things that are going to work with what I've got points wise and all that. Obviously, I won't be able to have points at this point of the track, and I won't be able to have points at this end. So, and I'm questioning on whether I will have points at all in the actual lift up section, because if I do, it's going to make, well, I say wiring interesting, it will make it completely interesting actually. I've also got to make this a smooth layout. At the minute it's not very level, there's a slight bump, so I will have to get some sandpaper or something just to bring this down and level. The other side's perfect. How I've managed to get one section not so perfect and the other section perfect. I might be able to lower the piece of wood that's holding it there. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I might be able to. But other than that, everything's in. Baseboard's ready to be laid. Track's ready to be laid. Baseboard's ready to be laid. The baseboard is laid, James. Obviously. And I've just got to get this sort of area in my mind's eye. I've got to kind of get a layout set. But obviously you got the present day post-war, pre-war to present. So that's my idea. This is what I've got so far, and I'm just going to pick up the camera and move it. I'll cut that section out so you'd have to. And then you come to this end section. Well, I haven't really thought how I'm going to merge this section, because this isn't going to go under a tunnel or anything. This is all going to be open scenery. So I'm thinking for this, to make it work, possibly I'm going to hide the, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to hide the track a bit better than what I've got it at the minute. I might have a tunnel here, a short little tunnel just does the corner section. If I just twist the camera over, so oh, I'm just moving track out of the way so the camera sits straight. But let's show you. I'll move my drink out of the way. So this section from here may be a tunnel portal to about here, just to kind of cover that set track turn, so it doesn't look so set track light. And then it'll come out of the portal and straight down into the station, which will be at the end of the tunnel portal. So the station should look good. Hopefully, I'm doing it. It's going to look interesting. We'll put it that way. So we'll come round through the tunnel, and then some kind of field or I don't know, towny, like villagey town, old style looking village that you could have in the present day. You know, you get those looking old looking villages nowadays, and so that will then slowly pan round and then go into fields and then into present day station. So that's how I plan on doing it. So this section should be fields, and then moving into present day sunlight, present day tunnel raised, what's it, that's a good one, raised, I've forgotten the word I was thinking, raised branch line station, villagey thing, into post or pre-war station here again. So that's the plan. I'm going to try and execute that nicely. Obviously with the overtime, let's just knock that camera up. With me doing the overtime, I should be able to afford, and that light's really in my face. Me doing the overtime, I should be able to afford to do more things with this layout. Should be able to afford more track, because I need an awful lot. I'm running out very fast, and yeah, once I've got the track laid, all the scenery will then come. So that's how I plan on doing it. I'll get the track done, I'll get the idea in my head, and then I'll do the scenery for this section anyway. Get this section track laid and then add the scenery. The opposite side, I haven't got a track plan, I haven't got any ideas. It's just this is going to be bare for a little while, probably a year or so maybe, until I get this section done here. And once I'm happy with this section, then I'll move over to here. Obviously, I will have to have the risen section done as well, because I can't do half of the layout. I've got to have this back section all sorted, this riser done, or riser, which is going to be really hard. I think what I'm going to do is make it look like there's a really big retainer wall. Put a really big retainer wall behind this incline, because unfortunately I've put the track so close to that retainer or to the incline. It's not going to look as good as it should. Hopefully having a platform there will help with it, hide that retainer wall. But that's all ideas as yet. They'll all eventually come to something, hopefully, but it's just I've got to work out how to do things, make it look good. Because that's the thing, it's got to look good. If it's not looking good, I'm not going to be happy with it, and if I'm not happy with it, then it then stops becoming a nice hobby and enjoyable. Then it then starts becoming more of a, I really don't like the looks of that, and why do I bother kind of feeling. And I don't want to get into that kind of mode where I look at something and go, I can't be bothered, I don't like it. So I've got a few bits to do, a few bits of wiring to finish off on this section here, just to make sure everything's live. Once that's done, I then have to finish off that incline, which shouldn't take too long to do, and then we go into the that bit again that I keep forgetting about. The branch line station, which I'll probably do a video on how I'm going to raise that up, because, you know, it'll give you guys something interesting to see how I do things. And yeah, so that's that, guys, so far. Thanks for watching. I know this may have been a long-winded video, depending on how I edit, but thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you again everyone that's brought me to 150 subscribers. I read your comments, I take the information in, I do try and comment back. I struggle with my, I say English, it's not my English, I struggle with my replying back to people because of dyslexia. So I do read things, I do take it in, and I listen to you guys. You know, you make it more enjoyable for me as well, so I feel like I'm doing it for other people other than me. It's not just satisfying me, it's giving other people ideas. And yeah, I have got a bit of tidying up to do because there's a bit of a mess in here, but I'd just like to thank everyone again. You know, you've kept me on a good and straight, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say before I mutter on and go on loads. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Keep on subscribing if you haven't, if that works. Just remember to click that subscribe button at the bottom, give it a like, that helps the video, and give it a share and let everyone see what's going on in Time Valley. So this will be Time Valley. Eventually I'll have a little sign up here. I really want one. I like the idea of what Western Centurion's done with his, and I think that's something I want to do with mine. That's a good idea that he's done, and I want to take that idea and put it in this, because I like white walls, but they're a bit plain, and I don't want to put pictures of buses up and everything, because that's not cool. Well, it is. I like my buses. I like my buses and my lorries and my trains. So all forms of some kind of transport I like. Probably helps that I'm in the bus industry myself, really, but yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Ta-ra. Have a good day. Happy Easter.